We have been talking about building a privacy compliance program for Indian businesses. Let's talk today about how would you handle the privacy incidents if anything comes up during your journey towards privacy and forever. Welcome to my YouTube channel where we release new content on data privacy, and as I said, let's talk about how privacy incidents would get handled. We have already covered, we spoke about what is privacy compliance program, what is the relevance or importance of privacy compliance program for an Indian businessman. We created a privacy team. We performed data mapping and inventory to understand what kind of data we have, what is the personal of it. We understood all our flows to see how does the data flow from the time we collect to the time we delete. The DPDP Act says 5 processes. Any one of them you are supposed to be responsible or compliant towards Indian DPDP Act. What were those 5 processes? Collection of information, storage of information, processing of information, sharing information with third parties, and deletion of information. And when I say information, it means personal information of anyone associated with your organization in any form, whether it's a prospect or a customer or a vendor or a third party consultant kind of a thing, anyone who is a citizen of India, and you have the data available in digital format, collected or converted, right? We talked about the fact that we'll first define our purpose limitation. We'll collect as less data as required to meet that purpose, data minimization. We'll need consent mechanism. We'll inform our team how to handle it, privacy policy. We'll inform the world how to handle it, how are we handling it, privacy notice. Then we talked about data principal rights. We spoke about what should you look at in the contracts for vendor management. And we spoke about grievance redressal mechanism, and now we are going to talk about, and we also spoke about the data security, the CIA triad, confidentiality, integrity, and availability, and now today we are going to talk about incident management. So everything is not always safe. There are always a risk, anticipated, non-anticipated, something that you could think of before, and any incident can happen. Any breach, any data leak can happen. This could be an unauthorized access, sharing, accidental exposure, ransomware attack. So we saw so many examples, somebody leaves the organization and there's a delay between their actual exit and disabling their access, right? And he can hack it from outside if he knows how to get into the network systems, right? Ransomware attacks, they can lead to data leak and breach. DPDP Act needs very clearly defines and says that there has to be timely reporting of any incident that you come to know in your organization. The incident management helps you protect the rights of the data principals. We spoke about data principal rights in a couple of videos before, your own business reputation, and be careful about the regulatory compliance that you are following. So you need to be ready that the moment something goes wrong, you are ready to answer and control the damage. You should be able to detect and report. Your monitoring tools should be great, simply great, which can help you identify any possible issues. Your employees should be very well aware of what they are doing. The reporting system should be streamlined. It should not be that when they see an incident, then they start thinking, how should I report? Who am I supposed to report this to? Right? Very, very important. The incident triage. The moment you get into an issue, classify whether it's a low severity, medium severity, high severity. Your own internal response would change if you are able to build up these severity levels. Then you build an incident response team. Of course, your data protection officer has to be a part of it. Your legal and compliance teams, because they have to see how compliance is to be handled, how law is to be handled if there is an incident or a breach. And as I mentioned a few seconds ago, it should not be that when the incident happens, people within your team also start thinking who to report to, how to report to. Keep some templates ready. Keep a response plan, put an escalation matrix on top of it. That is the way we are going to respond, and this is how it escalates. Containment and recovery. Minimize the possible damage and the impact of the possible damage. Isolate all the affected systems. Whatever systems that got affected, please isolate them and start the recovery process. Right? So you should start the recovery process immediately. Like for example, if it's a data loss, then you start restoration. If it is in the airlines case study, we saw that the firewall was not patched properly. So patch it immediately and think whether you need to buy a new firewall altogether. Right? If you realize that the user access is creating trouble, just have a relook and see what all can be removed or disabled. And post-incident analysis can be done, where you find out the root cause, document all your learnings from this problem, of course, and then improvise yourselves to ensure that this instance does not happen again. And anything that you learn from this instance helps you build a better system in the future. So that's about the basic incident management. I hope you like the content of the video. Please press the bell and the like icon. Subscribe to my channel and share your feedback in the comment section. In the next video, we are going to talk about some effective ways of creating the incident response plan and some pitfalls to avoid. Till then, stay tuned.